Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day. Today in our maths lesson we are going to be looking at tally charts, and our learning intention today is to interpret and create simple tally charts. This is a quick recap of pictograms. We've been looking at pictograms recently in our maths, and I thought for a quick recap we could just go over a couple of questions that we might be asked in a test if we're shown a pictogram. So on this side, we can see the diagram shows the number of animals at a farm. And down this side, the numbers at the side here shows the number of animals. And at the bottom, we've obviously got the pictures of the animals, but at the bottom, we've got their names as well. And it helps us see how many animals there are on this farm. The first question that I'd like you to have a go at says, how many sheep and cows are there all together? Now, all together is a really key word because it means that we need to work out how many sheep and cows are there in total. We need to add them together, okay? The second question says, there are more ducks than horses. How many more? It doesn't mean how many horses are there in total or how many ducks are there in total. It says, how many more ducks are there than horses? Pause this video to have a go. Okay, well done for having a go at that question. So we're going to go through the first question together. How many sheep and cows are there all together? So what you should have done, you should have had a look at how many sheep there are. And looking at the pictogram, we can see that the sheep go all the way up to the number 6. So that means that we've got 6 sheep. I'm going to write that on the screen if it lets me. There we go, 6 sheep. And then we're going to look at how many cows there are. We can see that the pictures go all the way up to the line where the number 4 is. Now we need to work out how many there are all together, and we know that 6 plus 4 equals 10. There are 10 sheep and cows all together. Now the second question, it says there are more ducks than horses. How many more? The word more is really important. So we need to see how many horses we have, 1, 2, 3, or we could just look and see that the line goes between the 2 and the 4, which means that there is 3. And now we need to look at how many ducks there are. Well, this duck goes all the way up to the line where the 6 is, and there's another duck on top as well. So that means that this gap here means 7. However, our answer isn't 3 or 7. We need to work out the difference. We need to see how many more ducks there are. We know that there's 1, 2, 3 horses. So we can cancel these ones out. We need to see how many more ducks there are. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 more ducks than horses. Let's move on. Right, you're going to have a little think to yourself now. I don't mind if you discuss this with whoever you're with. You may be with your parents or whoever's looking after you. You might be at school watching this, so you can talk to the person who's near you. You can talk to the adult in the room. Can you have a think of when it would be a good idea to use tallying to collect data? Now, don't worry if you've never heard of tally charts or tallying before. Just try to have a think. When would it be a good time or a good idea to use tallying to collect data? Pause this video now to have a chat. Okay, well done. I'm going to reveal to you, if it lets me move it, what I've put. I'm going to move this box out of the way. Tally charts are used to collect data quickly and efficiently. Filling in a chart with marks, the little lines that we do, representing numbers is faster than writing out numbers, and the data is collected into subgroups immediately. That means that instead of having to write down a number each time we count something, we can just draw a line each time. And it looks like the line that we use to represent our deans, but in the tally chart, we just draw a line, and that helps us collect our data really efficiently. So if you're asking, I don't know, maybe you could be asking our class what their favourite colour is, you could quickly take a tally chart to see which is the most popular colour. Okay, so in circumstances like that, when you're trying to collect data quite quickly and organise it quickly, then tally charts are really helpful. So I'm going to do an example for you, and we're going to pretend that we are all in school together, because this is what I'd be asking you if we were in school. What has been your favourite topic to learn so far? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pretend that you are all voting, and I'm going to make a tally chart just so you can see how we make the marks and how we can represent that data. So I'm going to pretend that I've asked you, which of these is your favourite topic to learn about? First moon landing, the Titanic, or the Great Fire of London. So I'm going to pretend that 6 of you have said the first moon landing. So instead of writing the number 6, I'm going to do the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we get to 5, we do something special. We do a line across like this. This means that when I see a tally chart with this in it, that means 5, and I don't need to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can just look at this and know that that means 5. I said 6, didn't I, for the first moon landing? There we go. So I've got 5, and then I start my next set. So 5, 6. I'm going to say that 4 of you chose the Titanic. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to pretend that 10 of you chose the Great Fire of London. So I'm going to do my tally chart and fill it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do our 5 across. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Each time we do a group of 5, the 5th line goes across. This means that we can look at this tally chart really quickly and efficiently and see that the most popular topic would be the Great Fire of London, because it's got the most lines. And I can see really quickly that it's got 10, because I know that one of these representations is 5, and I've got 2 of them. So I know that this is 10 really quickly. I know that this is 6 really quickly, because I've got 5 here and I'm adding 1 more on. And for the Titanic, I know that that's the least popular because it hasn't got a group of 5, it's only got 4. Okay, let's move on. You're going to have a quick go at these questions. So there's a tally chart on the side. It says Ben makes a tally chart of his toys. So he's looked through his toy box and he's made a tally chart to see how many toys he has. So the pictures obviously show the toys, and then on this side we've got the tally. Now he's done a line to show how many there are. So for each toy he's done 1 line. Remember that the group of 5 has 4 lines, and then the 5th line goes across, so we can see really quickly that that's 5. What you're going to do, you're going to pause the video and have a go at answering these questions. I'm just going to read them to you quickly. The first one says, how many of each toy? So you need to work out how many of each of his toys he has. Number 2, which toy has 6? So you need to work out which toy has 6. You look at the tally to work that out. Number 3, how many more footballs are there than teddy bears? Now remember, just like we did with the pictogram, the word more is really key. You're not working out how many footballs there are or how many teddy bears there are. You're seeing how many more footballs he has than teddy bears. Pause this video to have a go at these questions. Well done for having a go at these questions. Let's mark your answers quickly. How many of each toy? Let's go through and work them out. So the dinosaur, let's count up how many tally marks there are. 1, 2, 3. So you should have written 3. Let's see how many dice he has. 1, 2. Let's see how many footballs he has. Well, we know he has 5 already just by looking at that. 5, add another one is 6. And how many teddy bears does he have? 1. Now this question will have helped you to answer the next question. Which toy has 6? Well, we can see just by working that out that the football is the one with 6. Now the last question, how many more footballs are there than teddy bears? Now we know that he only has 1 teddy bear, but he's got 6 footballs. Let's cross out these 2. We know that he's got 1. Let's spot the difference. So our difference is going to be this tally mark, which we know is 5. Well done for answering those. Here is another independent challenge. What I would like you to do is have a go at these, and instead of marking them with me, you're going to upload them onto Padlet, or you're going to email them across to me so I can see how you're getting on. I'll read each of the questions for you and then you can pause the video. The first one, it says, how many of each bird is there? The next question says, which bird did he see the most of? The next question, which bird did he see the least of? Number 4, how many more sparrows are there than blackbirds? And I've just noticed it doesn't actually tell us at the top of this tally chart what the tally chart is, but by looking at the questions, I think we can guess that this is a tally chart of someone bird spotting. They've gone out to see how many birds they can see. Pause the video here to have a go at these questions. Well done for having a go at these. Please make sure you upload them to Padlet or email them across to myself or Mrs. Buttress. We would love to see how you are getting on. Here is a challenge for you. It says, can you make your own tally chart at home? Now, normally in school, we'd be making our own tally charts and we'd be asking the whole class lots of questions. But we're going to have to do it at home this time, which can still be really fun. So I've put up some examples of different tally charts. Here we've got one that's an insect scavenger hunt. So you could go out into the garden, or when you go for a walk, you could do this tally chart when you go. And you can see how many insects you can find. You can see which is the most common insect to find, which is the least common insect. This one, you could ask your family about their favourite pets and do a tally chart to see which is the most popular. And this one up here, you can see which is your family's favourite fruit. So there's a few ideas here. I don't mind if you come up with your own idea of a tally chart. I just want you to have a go at practicing making one. We'd love to have a look at it if you upload it onto Padlet or email it across to us. That would be fantastic. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'm sure we'll see you very soon.